I gotta give a compliment to this series after watching this second episode of Shoujo-tachi. I think everybody knows I'm a fan of Saikano. I love Saikano. But in terms of pacing, story progression, and characters, Shoujo-tachi is way, way, way better. Way better in terms of the way it's going. Because it only took one episode to form the entire crew. Get the animator, the scenario writer, or the writer, whatever. You know, just get the entire staff. It only took one episode. And in terms of pacing and progression, this is 1,000 times better than Saikano. I love Saikano, but it took the entirety of the first season for the entire staff to finally get together. But with this, it only took one episode for the entire staff to get together. And it didn't feel rushed. Actually, the episode felt rather slow, which is a good thing, because it felt slow enough to give proper introduction to these characters, but also you let them kind of ease into the story without feeling rather forced. And I feel like that's what makes this episode so fucking amazing. This is probably going to be way better than Saikano could ever be, just judging by the way this episode is done. If it continues like it's doing, with the characters, making them very likable, very different from other characters, like, you know, the entire cast just meshes together rather well, I feel like we have a very great series on our hand. Now, that depends if you like this story. Like, if you like this plot and story, then you're gonna love it. If you don't, well, I don't think it's gonna get much different. But the thing is, I'm curious on how far the story is going to go, since we're not going to really be focusing on getting the entire crew together for about the entirety of the fucking season. That means we're going to have time to actually see them working on the game. For instance, the script, to the art, to what's going to happen in the story, to, you know, all sorts of variety of different things. We're actually going to get to focus on this type of content, instead of always having, oh, this is a new character, let's introduce them, let's focus on them for an entire episode, let's, you know, do their little story arc, let's add some drama here and there, and then let's go to the next character, you know, hash and repeat. That's not exactly what this is doing, so well done, Shoujo-tachi, for actually doing a very good job with the pacing and the amount of time you have in an individual episode. Definitely enjoyable. So, besides that, however, the episode was rather slow. Like I already said, depending on your viewpoint, this episode might be too slow. Which, it's a good or bad thing. It really comes down to it. But, I mean, you can't really put fault at this series for that. I mean, it's actually an amazing job for this series to feel slow, even though it did so much in the time frame it had, with introducing all of these characters and not making it feel forced. But enough of that. Let's talk about what this episode really did. So there was a couple of introductions of characters. I mean, you have your shy character to your character that is pretty much had a mental fucking breakdown. Like, oh my god, dude. The male character that had a mental breakdown. Dude, we watched him have a fucking mental breakdown. Like, he was going crazy. He was freaking out, man, and I was, like, laughing my ass off when he was breaking down and all that. He's like, screw reality and shit. I'm like, bro, chill. And that's exactly what I'm thinking, because this man just went off the deep end. Like, he just straight up just went nuts. And I couldn't help but laugh when I saw that scene in this episode. So definitely that character is going to be very funny to see, you know, where his, you know, character's going to go. He's probably going to be like the comedy gag character of the group. And then you have the shy little girl character that's going to be the artist. And I couldn't help but laugh as well when she mentioned she wanted to make a hentai game, and she's the shy character. Like, she is so shy, she doesn't want to talk. But then she's like, hentai. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So, I mean, that overall was very funny, too. So, I was laughing at that scene. And then you have the maid girl that's very, very fan servicey. Like, my god, the fan service from the maid is ridiculous. So, she's gonna be the programmer, and I like her personality so far. And, yeah, I mean, a great cast of characters so far that's come together. Nothing actually amazing in terms of characters, because, I mean, we've seen all these characters before in other series. But, I mean, it's nothing bad. I mean, already with the setup it's gotten in this second episode, it's already leaps and bounds better than normal series that do this plot in, you know, anime or manga or whatever. This is already way above normal starts because of the progression we got with this second episode. So I'm looking forward to the third episode to see how it goes, to see how the story progresses, and see where we're going to lead into when it comes to this game design. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you live. And are you going to continue watching this series? Are you going to drop this series? series? Are you going to, you know, wait until 3 episodes are done to see if you want to continue watching or not? Do you enjoy this series? I'm very curious. I want to see what you all feel about this series since we're this far in, and how do you feel about this series compared to Saikano if you've ever watched that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.